Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. The Steelers night 2 of their draft selections. Yesterday we took Troy Fautanu, who will be playing probably right tackle with the Steelers unless they keep Broderick Jones at right tackle and put him at left tackle. But either way, he's going to be out there, of course. Good pick and good selection. I'm surprised he was still around there, around that like spot. Usually, a lot of people had him going probably like around 10, 11, 12-ish, but he fell to that spot and the Steelers capitalized on it. And then today, with the 51st pick, we took Zack Frazier from West Virginia, center, who I mentioned multiple times before on the channel. In the mock draft, I was saying, like, hey, he could be around in the second round, so you don't have to reach and try to say, I'm going to get Justin Power Johnson, because Justin Power Johnson fell to the second round as well. People kept overhyping and saying, this guy's going to be, take him in the first round, take him right here. And, like, you can do that on a few mock drafts. I think in my first mock draft, I took him right there, that selection and stuff, and went that route. And in other mock drafts, I did different routes and stuff, but a lot of people kept making it sound like it was a dire need. I'm like, it's a good need, but the way the centers were kind of like falling down, because a lot of people was taking the skill positions early on. You could have, you capitalize and take what you get, and you see what happened. We got Zack Frazier at the 51st pick, who's a good center, physical up front, can create a lot of push, can create a lot of force, and who's a good pass blocker. Over 1,300 passing snaps, he only allowed 3 sacks. He's an amazing pass blocker as well, very tough individual, and I think he's going to be amazing and stable for this offensive line. His offensive line is very young as well. I think I just seen Miles was the only person who's over the age of 30, or I think he's like 30, 31 or something like that. And everybody else is under 30, so they're going to be a young core. And it's kind of reminded me of the David Castro, the Alejandro Villanueva, Marquise Pouncey, when we had that big core, when we was going out there and had Pro Bowlers and stuff. And, we was out there making push and like doing some great things, doing like some, Le'Veon Bell was putting up some big numbers. Le'Veon Bell was like a 2-time, I think, first-team All-Pro in that time span and stuff. And we hit, even when Denzel Williams was in for Le'Veon Bell, when Le'Veon Bell got injured, he had big-time year 2 as well. So getting back to that point, Najee Harris has been running around, like doing to save his life, to break 3 tackles before he can get to the line of scrimmage. His first year here, and his second year got a little better, but still kind of bad. Last year was probably the best year because the O-line looked a lot better. And this year we should see a big-time improvement for the O-line. We got all the pieces fixed, and everybody added into it, so we should see Najee Harris. I think Najee can get 1,500 rushing yards, and Jalen Warren could get probably close to 1,000 as well. If we could get 2,000 runners, that'd be great. You know how great that would be to have 2,000 runners with that defense we have too. That means we're gonna be wearing teams out and beating down teams, and hopefully we can do that. But the next pick, the Steelers took Payton Wilson, the 84th pick, was in the 3rd round. Payton Wilson, receiver from Michigan. I mentioned him before many times. 5'10", very fast, shifty receiver, deep threat type receiver, a playmaker. He's an absolute playmaker. Get the ball in his hands, he make a play. Had 700 plus receiving yards and 12 touchdowns last year, which is career high. Michigan ran the ball a lot, so they made the most of the opportunity. You take their sample size of what J.J. McCarthy did. Of course, he was a Michigan quarterback. Payton Wilson, a lot of other guys who were around there. Take the sample size of the opportunity they got. You'll see how good they were because they ran the ball a lot. It was a lot of running, and Michigan played through their defense and their rushing attack. But Payton Wilson, we hit the opportunity. He made plays. He made plays play after play. Had a career year last year. I think he's a nice compliment to George Pickens. George Pickens is more of a physical type receiver, contested catcher type, a guy who can move the sticks as well. But I think Payton Wilson does it a different way. He's more finesse style. Finesse, but if the ball is in the air, he can make plays too. We've seen him make plays many times. But he's more finesse style and getting out there, using his route running ability, using his speed, his quickness, his shiftiness. He also can play in the slot as well. The Steelers love those guys who can be versatile, versatile pieces who can play in the slot, line up and create mismatches, or on the outside as well. So we're going to see him utilized a lot. Hopefully Calvin Austin can stay healthy as well. But we got some guys, we got some speed on our roster. George Pickens being the #1 guy, Payton Wilson getting drafted. With his talent, I think he'd probably be the #2 guy because he's a very talented individual. Quez Watkins on the roster, Van Jefferson speed as well, and then you look at Calvin Austin. So we got some guys with some speedsters on the roster. So I don't know what type of style we're going to run with our team a little bit. It's going to be kind of interesting to see what Arthur Smith writes up and what the Steelers kind of create with the new offense. But we're going to see what happens, and hopefully it's very, very good. Let me move on to the last pick of the 3rd round. Hey guys, the last pick just happened. It was Payton Wilson, a guy who I mentioned many times on this channel before, who had drafted in my draft many times before. I think I had him on a thumbnail before too as well. Payton Wilson, as you guys know, sideline to sideline, can cover, can get in pursuit, find the gaps, great IQ and great patience, good in zone coverage as well, and he's just an amazing athlete. 4'4" as a linebacker. I was surprised he fell to that, around that, like so far to like third round, just like that. I had him like kind of like maybe late second round, maybe third round, this type of guy, like early third round. But I guess the injuries, the injury concerns, people said his shoulder, his knee, and stuff like that, the different injuries that happened in college. Like, I guess people was kind of like worried about that. But sometimes it'd be like, hey, the guy can get healthy eventually. So might well take him. The Steelers need another linebacker. I thought we'll go cornerback. This third pick right here, most likely probably go corner. Paul tomorrow, because still a lot of cornerbacks in this draft, because a lot of guys are still on the board. But I think Payton Wilson is a guy who is very good, who can be a good rotational piece for us, and who can work himself to being a starter for us. We have Patrick Queen, of course, on our team now. And we also have Cole Holcomb, who's coming off of I think Achilles or ACL. I forgot which one it was, but it's coming off a bad injury. So Payton Wilson could be seeing a lot of playing time. Of course, Mark Robinson on the team is available as well. Last year we suffered at the linebacker position and in DBs as well. They started dropping like flies and getting injured left and right. And we had to get guys like Miles Jack from his couch. He was retired. He said he wanted to start. He said he wanted to be like a cable guy. They said something crazy. He wanted to do something. And then we seen Trent Thompson. I think he was like a hybrid. He was like a corner linebacker type guy and stuff. So we're getting a lot of different guys off the streets, bringing them in. But this time we're doing a better job in getting depth. We got of course Patrick Queen. We got Cole Holcomb coming. We're getting Payton Wilson right now from NC State, and then we also we also have Mark Robinson already. We might take another linebacker. You never know. Maybe later rounds like that as things goes on. But I like the pick. It was a good pick. Payton Wilson, amazing player, very athletic type of guy. I think he had like 5 or 6 sacks last year. I haven't really talked about him in a couple of weeks, but I think he had like 5 or 6 sacks last year. Amazing player. He one of those type of active, high motor type players. And for defenders, especially linebackers, especially guys up front, you want them to be high motor. Like that, he's very active in pursuit, like that, getting side to sideline, covering guys, like that, getting through and laying a boom on someone. So he's gonna be a nice addition to the team. So yeah, that's our picks for tonight. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about it. I think so far so good. The Steelers are addressing needs. They got a right tackle yesterday in Troy Fautanu. They got of course a center today in Zack Frazier. Got a receiver, Roman Wilson, and then you got Payton Wilson, a linebacker from NC State. And then now we kind of looking at it like a little bit. Most likely, I think tomorrow, 4th round pick. Definitely gotta go corner, probably. Cornerback, Josh Newton is still available. There's a lot of different cornerbacks still available around. Abrams Drain, I think he's still available if I'm not mistaken. But go cornerback tomorrow maybe. And then add more depth, Cornerback, you could go another receiver. You could get another receiver as well if you want to, like that. Our receiving room is cool, George Pickens, Roman Wilson. And then you got you kind of got Calvin Austin, he has been injury prone. Quez Watkins is cool, and of course Van Jefferson. But you could add in a receiver if you see a guy up there like that you want to take. So we could go out that and get another linebacker, get another cornerback as well. But I think the next pick should be corner, and then the other picks at the end of the draft, add some more depth, to like different positions we got. So we'll see what happens. But I see you guys tomorrow, which is going to be around I think 4 through 7. So yeah, gotta sit through all that. I hope there's one of the football games, the USFL game, so I might be there, and then I might be watching it like that on the phone a little bit too as well. So yeah, but I'm gonna be paying attention though. So I see you guys. I see you. Peace out.